Hey, you guys, we are back again. Once again, we are here for another story time from my bedroom. Story time from my bedroom. Y'all got my little wine tonight. I got a fake fireplace on my TV so I can feel the warmth because it is snowing here in Ohio. Okay, so before we get into this next video here, the next story, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and click the bell for notifications so you'll be the first one to know when I upload a new video, and also give the video a thumbs up. Now guys, I need you to give me your input before we get into this next story. I told you I got a story with Barron and his shenanigans once again. I told you about Tracy and Barron. Now let me tell you about me and Barron. But I want to know, which way do you guys want to go with the story time? So all the story time that I've basically been telling now has been like funny in some sort, except for a couple of them which were really serious, that I posted, like the one where the gentleman murdered the co-worker. So the majority of them have been, just funny stories, but that one was kind of serious. But I got a whole lot of stories. But all the stories y'all I got ain't funny. Hold on. And I can't make them funny. So I got some scandalous stories. I got some fighting at the family function stories. I definitely have some cheating stories where he was cheating and I started cheating too. I got some of those stories. I got some good old juicy church stories. So tell me which way you guys want to go, and we'll mix these stories up, because some of these stories you be like, what the heck? It's a mess. Some of it is a mess, but it's a good old drama, because everything ain't funny, but it's a good old drama. So let's go ahead here and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook under I Love to Giggle Too. So let's go on here and get on into the story, y'all. So this is the story about me and Barron. I had to cut Barron water off, honey. Cut his water off.
You can't stop the rain. Can't stop the rain. When it starts to pour.
So let me give you a little explanation of what was going on in our household, which I make light of it in these videos, but all of it was not light. So as a teenager, we used to catch the bus to school, but you had like a bus card, and with the bus card you had to pay like 20 cents or something like that, or whatever, a quarter, to go to school, and then you pay a quarter coming back. And when you were a teenager in high school, you want to have some money for lunch, you want to have some money to get something out the snack machine, or you may not want to eat what they're having for lunch, so you want to be able to buy like some pizzas, some cookies, or whatever it is that you want to purchase. So Barron was the only one that was working in the household, and he was just working a low budget paying job. So we were like super poor. Not super poor, but we were poor. And my mom just got like disability checks or whatever, because she was sickly. And so Barron would not, because he drank so much, he did not give us like money for school. So we didn't get lunch money or allowances or anything like that. So if we didn't have a quarter to get on the bus, then we had to walk to school. And so I went to a school called Hughes High School, and it was on the top of this hill or whatever. And so I would have to walk to school, and then I would have to walk home for school. But I felt some type of way as being a teenager, and I ain't never got no money. I ain't got no money to go to the show. I ain't got no money to do nothing. I ain't got no money. So what I did was I decided to go get me like a little school job. So in the summertime, we would work like a little job or whatever. Our program was called CCY, that hire minors. And so that's how we got like our summer clothes. But whenever we would get our paycheck, Barron would always say, hey, give me $20 out of your paycheck every 2 weeks. It's like, okay, you're not buying me no school clothes, you're not buying me no school supplies, you're not giving me no lunch money or bus fare, but yet and still you want me to give you $20 out of our check for whatever reason it is, to give to you, I guess, for your drinking habit. So during the school year, it was a little bit rough because it was hard to save that money from summer to make it go through the school year. It just ain't gonna happen. And I think at that time, like minimum wage was like $3.35 or maybe $3.15 an hour. And so I decided to go get me a little after school job. And so I went and got a job down on Philly Market. And it was a meat place. All of them had meat stands, but I was 16. So they wouldn't allow me to work the machine that cuts like the meats, the oxtails or big strips of bologna, big long tubes of bologna or whatever, rolls of bologna and stuff like that. But they allowed me to take people orders so I could get you like ham hocks and bacon and stuff like that. And so I got a job there. I had to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and I did not get off till 6 o'clock at night. And they would pay me $40, which now it don't sound like a lot, but $40 back in that day at that rate was pretty cool because I could take that $40, break it up over 5 days. Hey, I got $8 a day. I'm winning, honey. When you go from $0 to $8, I'm rich. I felt like Donnell Rawlings.
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was the mafia queen, honey. Quit playing. So what happened was when I ended up getting a job, Barron was like, okay, so what's your hours? And I told him, well, how much are they going to pay? And I'm like, $40. Y'all, let me sip my wine because, honey, wine just sometimes makes me feel divine. And it keeps my blood pressure down. Hold on. Y'all, he gonna say every time, ooh, Jesus, help me, Lord. Every time you get paid, give me $15. Every time I get paid, I gotta give you, how much? You gotta give me $15.
Excuse me, bitch.
Really? Really? So now I got $25. So I go from $8 a day to $5 a day. Okay. $5 a day is better than $0 a day. It's better than $0 a day. So I go work down on the market. But because he's cutting into my money so, by maybe like a couple of weeks or so into it, I'm like, this is just not enough. And he never gave an explanation of what he wanted the $15 for, but it was only $40 stinking dollars. It was only $40. And so what I did was, you guys, and I'm not saying that stealing is right. It's just not. But I believe that's when the hustle came out of a sister. So I started lightweight stealing from the little meat marketplace. So this how it went, y'all. This meat marketplace ain't there no more, so they can't come get me. I ain't fill out no application. You just went there, ask them if they needed help, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So forgive me, Lord. But it was what it was. It was necessary at the time. So what I did was, how it worked there was, they didn't have a cash register. So whenever you paid with like, say, $20 or something, they put all the money on this table. You didn't have time to ring anything up. You just had to kind of know what the prices was. So if stuff was like say it was $2.91, then we would say, hey, it's $2.90. Or if it was $2.99, we were like, it's $3. Everybody knew at the market you would kind of round it up or round it down because we had change. I take that back. They did have a cash register, but because the cash register was just open for you to take coins out of, and the money, because the people on the market at that time would come so fast, you ain't got time to ring nothing up. When you wrap their meat up, then you would take and write the price of the meat, whatever the item was, on there. So if they had 4 items, then you would take the package of I don't know, bacon, and you would sit there and you would write. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this fire off because I know y'all hearing crackling. You would take the amount and write it on the bacon and then add it up, and you'll tell them, hey, you owe me $42.15. or something like that. And so you would take their money from them, you would throw it on the table, and then you calculate. So I'm good with calculating money, things like that. So you would take the money, think of it in your mind, and get the change, and then just rumble through the pile of money. Literally, y'all, it used to be a heaping pile of money, and rumble through there and then give the person a change. Can I get the next person? So because I'm strapped for cash, I thought $40 was cool. I wasn't going in there to steal because I wasn't a thief. But I'm like, there's no other way for me to get any money, and he's taking my money. So what I would do is nobody was watching anybody, so I would take a $20 bill, and I had this pink jumpsuit, honey, that I wore all the time because it was cute. And I was poor. So I had a cute little pink jumpsuit, and I had these black boots that came up like mid-calf a little bit, and they had like buckles across them. And so I would take like $20 and I would ball it up like real small in my hand, and then I would act like I'm scratching my leg, but I was pushing it down in my boot. And so I would get like maybe about $60 a day. They didn't know because there was no way to keep up with all that money that was flowing there. And I was sticking in my boot. And then I'd be like, I'm going to the bathroom. So I would go to the restroom, and then I would take the money out of my boot and I would put it flat down in the bottom of the boot, you guys, and then just walk on it. And then at the end of the day, it would come, hey, and they would, give me my $40, pay me in cash, and Sherry, we see you next week. Okay, see you next week or whatever. And then I would tell them, give me change for a 20, because I knew when I go home, I got to give this nutball $15. God, can you believe that? $15? Like, I would never take $15 out of my kids. $40, like, I can't supply you what you need. So just if my kid can get $40, let them just have the $40. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. So I began to do that. So when I started taking like the extra little $60 or whatever, then I was able to like at least not just have money to get back and forth to school and to buy, lunch. Then I would be able to maybe buy a shirt. Because let me tell you something, we never got only time we got new clothes, brand new clothes, was at the beginning of the school year. And that's because my Grandma Maddie, y'all seen the picture of Grandma Maddie. If not, go back to I think part 3 of when I went in some woman's house. My grandmother Maddie would come and get all 4 of us in the summertime, keep us for 2 weeks, and she would take us and buy her and my granddad would buy us like 3 outfits each. And then they would get, like, me and my sister had a curl. I don't think we had a curl at that time, but we had curls. And so we would get our luster curl, our quadra curls or whatever. She would get our hair professionally done because she knew the parents couldn't do it. Honey, that was the grandma. My grandma was the best grandma ever. And then she would get us new shoes. Now, mind you, throughout the year, we did not get any new shoes. Not unless my grandmother bought us some new shoes like for Christmas. So normally she would ask us what we want. I'd be like, let me get some shoes. And so she would buy us some shoes or whatever. That was the only time we got any new clothes except when we were working in the summertime. So I was able to buy me like a little shirt, or I buy me, a pair of pants or something like that, which made me feel good, but I had to still to do it. I did what I had to do. It's just what it is. I did. That's the only way I knew to get it. So by this time, I'm like, ooh, it feels nice to get a little shirt. Feel nice to get a little extra little pairs of pants. My parents weren't paying no attention to what we had on, obviously. So by this time, I put my friend on game. I said, girl, look, you live up the hill from the market. Come down to the market. I said, bring $1. I said, bring $1, come down there and buy a pound of bacon. And when you buy a pound of bacon, then you give me the $1. I said, make sure I serve you. You give me the $1. I said, don't hand it to me big, fold it up and just kind of hand it to me like that. Give me the $1. And then I said, I'm going to give you change for like a 20 or something like that. And I said, and when we get to school on Monday, we'll split it. She was like, okay, cool. And I was like, and girl, you keep the bacon. Had you a good old breakfast with some eggs. And so she would come down there every Saturday and she would hand me $1. And then I would go ahead and give her the change. Then when I seen her, honey, on Monday, hey girl, we split the little money or whatever. So one time I think I was risky. I told her to bring $5. And I think I gave her change for 50 or whatever. So this was going pretty good. I don't know how long it was going on, y'all. It just was what it was. Hold on, y'all. It just was what it was at that particular time. I had to do what I had to do. My sister was a hustler. I had to be a hustler because this fool hustling me for my money. So, some little bit of time went on. I don't know. I didn't work there that long, to be honest. It probably was a span of 2 months. Y'all, let me tell you something. This nutball, my dad, came to me and said, I want $25. I said, I only make $40. I was giving you 15. I want 25. If you don't give me $25, you can't work there no more. So I was like, okay, if I had $15 and I had $3 a day, but now I'm gonna have to keep stealing because what am I going to work for? I'm getting up, going to work on a Saturday. I'm a teenager. I'm there on a Saturday, working a 12-hour shift from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Thank God I didn't have to catch the bus there, because that would have been another expense. We were walking distance from the market, not even 2 blocks from the market. So I'm going to work for 12 hours for $15, which is about $1 and some change an hour. So you just busted me down from like $3.15, $3.35 an hour to $1 and some change an hour. And you want $25 for what? Oh my God, y'all. I was so pissed, hurt. Because one thing, to be honest, I didn't like stealing. But as a kid, I knew no other way to get it. Now, I tried to do it legitimate and go get me a job. But when you have a parent taking your money from you, then you got me now in a cycle where I have to keep doing something that I don't want to do in order to have some money. But when I originally came here, I came here for money. So after that, you guys, I think I went and told my sister. I said, he want $25. I said, why would he take? When I tell you, you guys, I told you all these stories may not be funny. But when I tell you, you guys, I was so hurt. And what can you say? I can't go off on you. Like, what can I do? I'm powerless. You worse than a bully at school that come and take your lunch money. Because really, you taking my lunch money. You not going to give me no lunch money. You're not going to give me money to get on the bus. You're not going to nothing. And you taking my money as a grown man. Honey, let me tell you something. I worked there about 2 more weeks. Granted, you guys, I could have kept working there and just be like, shoot, give them the 25 because I'm making more money in the boot than I'm doing anyways. But it was the principle of it, and I didn't like stealing. So I worked there for about 2 weeks. And then after that, one Saturday, I didn't get up. That's what it was. I didn't get up. And he saw I was at home, and he was like, why you ain't at work? I said, I quit. Your water got cut off. I said, I quit. What'd you quit for? I said, because you're taking all my money. You're taking all my money. I was like, that's when I spoke up. I said, there's no reason for me to go to work and you take all my money. So I quit. And I was sad about it. Because now, guess what? I don't have no money. Well, I had a little bit of the little stolen money. that I saved. But I didn't have no money. Your water cut off. You ain't getting your supplies cut off, you crackhead. You ain't getting no more money up out of me. So now what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You should have never been taking it from the beginning. I felt should have never been taking anything from the beginning. But then you're going to increase the amount. You're about to keep me in the cycle of stealing now. You don't know I'm stealing. Didn't nobody know I was stealing. But you're making me become something that I know I'm not because you're taking my money. Honey, a mess. A total mess. So, it was back to walking to school, you guys. I held on to my principles, though. You weren't going to shake me down, honey. You ain't shaking me like a bully in the street, man. Listen. After that, it was back to no money for school. Walk to school. No lunch money. No t-shirts. No extra. No nothing. And after that, I don't even know when. I probably just got a job like in the summertime or something. I don't know what I did after that, but I quit. And I was good at that little job. I was good at that job, y'all. Y'all, that's my story time from my bedroom with my raggedy daddy. Raggedy daddy. Tracy wasn't the only one, child. The raggedy daddy. You guys, don't forget to comment down there. Tell me which way do you want this thing to go. Because, baby, I got some juicy stuff. Oh, they juicy, honey. Some good old juicy stories. So, go ahead and comment down there which way you want to go. What would you like to hear? And let's just kind of go from there. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Share the video if you want to. Send some peoples over here, y'all. Send some folks over here so they can listen to these crazy stories too. I will see you guys again when I post on what? Wednesday. We post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be safe out there. Happy MLK Day. I'm not going to work tomorrow. Because I'm being home dreaming. I had a dream. That's why I ain't come to work. And it's snowing. I said, look at God. See you guys on Wednesday. Peace.